Live and Rock is brought to you in part by ShifterMagazine.com, your source for entertainment news, reviews, and interviews. Plus, amazing resources and how-tos for the independent artists in you. Check them out at ShifterMagazine.com. It's another episode of Live and Rock, the show for creative souls.
Most artists cannot be comfortable stuck in one box.
That's right. And that's what this podcast is about. It's not just filmmaking, but creative pursuits in general.
The creative life, whether it's music, whether it's writing, whether it's painting, illustrating,
photography,
dancing, whatever it is.
Make some noise, rock the world before your time runs out. Let them know what you're about and just make some noise, rock the world. No matter what your game, make sure the whole world remembers your name. Make some noise, rock the world before my time runs out. You know what I'm about. Make some noise, rock the world. So
rock the world, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 32.
32.
Live and Rock.
32, not 30.
That's
again
right.
For the third time.
And it is Live and Rock, and we are
rocking live, as always.
Right.
Super live. Outside once again.
That's what it is.
Enjoying the summer, what's left of it.
Indeed. And we are breaking it down, giving you an insight to the creative life. Yours truly on the mic. This is CDH Live, the indie recording artist producer. I'm also creative director for CDH Live Productions. My CD is, or my, not CD, given my age, my album is on iTunes called The Pre-Show.
This guy. I think everybody knows what a CD is. Your secret's safe.
There might be a few youngins out there that still They haven't
got introduced to hard media.
That's
tangible media. I was talking to this girl the other day at work, and she was like, she didn't know what a fax machine was.
Oh, jeez.
Like she never. Yeah.
Yeah. There's all kinds of strange and unheard of
ideas out there.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's good to be out here in the summer evening and introduce yourself.
Oh, of course. I'm the other half of this creative show for creative souls, but specifically I am H.S. Lee, aspiring author extraordinaire of all things space, love, and superheroes, which also happens to be the name of my blog, spacelovesuperheroes.wordpress.com. Check it out. I have a couple novels out there dealing with the same subject matter, Operation Dream Girl.
Yeah.
And a novel by the exact same name, Space Love Superheroes.
Indeed.
And the theme of the story is
Space love and superheroes.
All right.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are in a transition period, so you're going to notice that we're picking up the pace if you're a long-time listener.
True.
But we still got an amazing show ahead of us.
Yep.
So why don't we take a quick TV timeout and come back with what we're feeling?
That sounds like a plan, my man. So let's do it like this on the ones and the twos. From Live and Rock.
Rockin' Live.
But tonight, we partake. I remember boss saying to me, listen, you think it would be cool if we made you a character? What you talking about, boss?
Who's Grasshopper?
I feel like I'm playing like a little part of, hip-hop history now.
It's just us, food, turntables, days and days and days and days and days and days.
Practice. And this guy, Flash, he doesn't play games. It's just about getting it right every time.
After a while, Mama Dude transforms into Flash. I'm like, this is really cool.
I have in my hand the key to my quick mix theory.
He helped create a large part of what DJing is today. So it's a huge honor.
It's really cool learning from Grandmaster Flash. Like, who gets to learn from him how to DJ, right?
All right, now pay attention and listen to this.
Flash has been a total partner in this journey.
For me to be able to take the ingredients of hip-hop and put it in this visual presentation is totally amazing.
That's what it is. The Get Down. That's right. The Get Down. That is what we are feeling.
That's what I'm feeling
right
1000% right now, yo.
If you've been under a rock and you're not sure what the Get Down is, this is the multi-talented Baz Luhrmann and an amazing team, including legendary MC Nas,
Word,
Grandmaster Flash,
Word,
and a host of amazing, fresh, new cast members to tell the epic story.
It's another hip hop joint. Well, it's not a hip hop joint, it's another movie that taps into the origins of hip hop or the culture of hip hop in its beginnings, in its golden age, or in this case, in its actual beginnings.
Yeah. So I mean, the one thing that sets this one apart is that it is literally the telling of the origins
of hip hop,
the birth of hip hop.
Yeah.
So Netflix has blessed us with 6 episodes so far of the Get Down, and so far it's just like fire.
It's fire, yo. At the end of the day, it's fire. Like outside there, I'm not gonna front. I've heard a couple reviews. I've heard a couple of little shows talking about it. And to me, the consensus so far seems to be a little bit mixed.
Really?
Yeah, which is surprising to me. But then again, it's not surprising because when I started watching it, the first episode, I was kind of having mixed feelings. And it took a bit to get through that first episode, at least about halfway through it. But then, you know what? I'm actually saying too much already. Well, you kind of broke it down what it is, right?
Broke it down, but it's an epic series. I mean, the first episode is an hour and a half.
Right.
And then each following episode is 1 hour.
Right.
And we're looking at the 1970s Bronx.
Yes, that's what I wanted to get to. Yeah,
and
set the stage for them, CDH.
Yeah, man, they're setting the stage with the whole disco era, with the backdrop of graffiti and broken down, burned down, low income housing in the Bronx. I mean, go ahead.
The movie touches on so much things. It's hard to.
It's hard to.
But that's what I love about it. Because really the main story is the story of this guy named he's affectionately called Books.
Yeah.
By later on, but his name is Zeke.
Right.
And he's a writer.
Yeah.
Poet of such, and he's stuck in the Bronx, he's living that ghetto life, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to get out. Meantime, there's also a love story between him and this girl named Marlene, not Marlene. And that's not me having bad pronunciation. I know how to say it.
Yeah.
It's just Marlene, right?
Yeah.
Yo, the girl is good on the singing. She got some pipes on her.
Yeah.
So she also has a dream to get out.
Right.
So in the middle
literally everybody has a
dream to get out. That's right. But the one aspect of the show that no one's really talked about is that love story between them. Like how they're torn between choosing between their love for each other to a certain degree.
Right.
And I won't give too much spoilers. And choosing their love of their passion.
The music.
The music.
Yeah.
And even more other choices that come along Zeke's way.
True.
That threaten to, he has to make that choice that threatened to take him away from his main love, which is Marlene.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no way we could possibly do it justice, but I want to just kind of paint the picture of the cast. I mean, we got Jaden Smith showing up again.
Yes.
In a role that actually is really well suited to him.
Yeah, I would say so.
We got Shameik Moore, who we loved in the movie Dope.
Yep.
We got veterans like Jimmy Smits.
Yeah.
I mean, Grandmaster Flash is one of the characters in the movie.
Yeah. So he himself, the real Grandmaster Flash, is not in there. Yeah, Nas is. So Nas and Grandmaster Flash are both executive producers on it. Either executive or just straight up producers on the show as well. So it's nice to have that real roots of hip hop connected to the story as well, right?
Right.
Nas writes all the rhymes for. I don't know if he does it for the main characters, but for the narrator. So there's a narrator that's done through hip hop, through songs. And that's the other aspect of this show that I like is that it's not straight conventional. It's very, very stylish and artistic in the presentation, which to some degree can be to its detriment at times. Especially in the first episode?
In the first episode, I will say it may take you some focus to sit through the first 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's 150% worth it. And I mean, we could literally go on and do a full episode on it.
Real talks.
We perhaps will at some point. But today's a different kind of day because we're in our transition period as Live and Rock, and we do have to give you guys some big updates on what's going on with us.
Darn! So I'm gonna have to rein myself in. Is that what you're saying?
So it was good that we're both agreed that we're feeling the same thing on this episode.
Yeah.
So the Get Down, I mean, just check it out.
Yo, even Kung Fu, even the influence of Kung Fu movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's hardcore in there. Like, from the end 70s, talking about Bruce Lee and Jim Brown. Yo, you have to watch this movie. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You have to watch it.
Or I should say show, technically.
Yes.
But the reason why I keep saying movie is because even though it's a show, the way it's filmed and presented across the entire 6 episodes, it feels like a movie.
Production value
sounds
is
like a
incredible.
movie.
It actually beat out Game of Thrones for the most
expensive production, $120 million.
Yeah,
for a TV show.
So once again, I mean, if you already saw the Get Down, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, get on Netflix, watch it. If you don't have a Netflix membership, get the free trial just so you can watch it.
For real.
It's worth the time. It's a history. So for those millennial younger cats out there,
history lesson,
and you really want to understand how hip hop came about, this is definitely the series for you.
Yes. Well said.
That being said, history is one of those things that help us to move forward in strength.
Yeah.
And we want to empower our audience to move forward in strength. So we got this little section that we call the Suit Up, and we want to get you guys suited up for the season coming up. So presented by ShifterMagazine.com.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is
Suit Up on Live and Rock.
Rockin' Live.
Suit up! Suit up! Suit up! You suited up! Snow suit up! Flight suit up! Penguin suited up! Suit up! You suited up! Birthday suited up! Slut up! Suit up! Suit up! Suited up! Suit up! Suit up! Space suit up! Suit up!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Suit Up presented by ShifterMagazine.com. For this special episode, which you guys will learn how special it is in a little bit, but for this episode, we actually wanted to feature Shifter Magazine as an incredible resource to suit up with. The whole reason Shifter Magazine exists is to empower and encourage young and upcoming creative influencers. So if you go to shiftermagazine.com right now, you're going to see articles, how-tos, interviews with influencers, opinion pieces. For example, on their homepage right now, I'm looking at a story about how Instagram is going to kill Snapchat. There's a story about what Durant and LeBron's decisions say about this generation. There's an article about what Ali, as in Muhammad Ali, Trump, and Kanye West have in common. There's profiles on up-and-coming creators in Los Angeles, Toronto, all around the world, tips on becoming a professional photographer. I mean, there's just such a deep and rich archive and constantly updated tapestry of resources that are there for a quick lift or for, hours of inspiration.
Yeah. I see one there, editorial, big dreamers should do small things well. That looks like an article worth checking out.
Absolutely right.
Because if there's nothing else that creatives are, we're big dreamers, if nothing else at all.
That's 100%. And the perfect segue for this episode, because Shifter Magazine started about a year before Live and Rock. And Live and Rock and Shifter Magazine entered into partnership about 6 months into the existence of Live and Rock.
Right.
So we're both kind of running somewhat parallel courses.
Right.
And that article you just mentioned,
Yeah.
Big Dreamers Need to Do Little Things Well, is the perfect article to segue into our main conversation. So I'm going to read a little excerpt from that article for you guys to
Drop
give you
it
a
on
sense of what's going on. So with Shifter Magazine, recently we had to make some changes because this wasn't sustainable. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Is that Shifter? That's the article from Shifter Magazine you're reading?
Yeah, I jumped a little bit ahead.
Okay.
So the article states that as big dreamers, we notice a couple of things. One, big dreamers tend to focus more on end results and despite of the process and despise process. Number two, big dreamers can sometimes lose focus. Number three, they sometimes look down on things that reflect small thinking or dreaming. Number four, they often make simple things more complex than they need to be. And number five, as a result, they become overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So here's what Shifter Magazine says about this. Recently, we had to make some changes because their model was not sustainable. Shifter's model was not sustainable. We felt like those people who travel and pack for every possible scenario and end up packing too much, including stuff they'll never use. Shifter recently decided that we needed a new, less complicated growth strategy. We started by identifying our base or root system, the few things we want to focus on that are foundational to our business. The objective is to dedicate time, maybe months or years, to set down your roots and have other activities be a natural outgrowth of your roots, only adding things to your business as they naturally make sense. The end of the article later on reads, if you see big things, it's that much more important for you to do the small and simple things that will get you there. Real big thinkers do small things well. So that is a suit up directly from shiftermagazine.com and perfectly identifies with what we're going to be speaking about in terms of the future of Live and Rock.
That's right.
And so with that said...
That's good. I don't even know how you pull that out. It's almost as if you had a conversation with them and they custom made that for you for this episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing. The resources and the wisdom on shiftermagazine.com absolutely rings true, and it's timeless.
Well, with that being said, I think that's a perfect suit up and a perfect example of why they need to check it out. They, as in you guys, are listeners.
Yes.
So that's shiftermagazine.com. Check them out.
Absolutely. So let's take in on the journey to our feature conversation and let them know what's coming up for Live and Rock.
All right. Sounds like a plan, my man. All right.
Welcome back. This is our feature conversation section of the Live and Rock podcast. And in this section, over the past few episodes, we've been talking about the individual journeys of Live, CDH Live,
and Shell Rock.
That's right. And so we started with the identifying of our primary goals for the next year.
Yeah.
And we actually had some specific goals for September.
Yeah.
And so with those goals in mind, we've realized that some changes and some adjustments need to be made, much like Shifter Magazine was stating.
Yeah.
So for the record, CDH Live, the artist, had a goal to create a marketable show, and the CDH Live production company to create a master marketing kit.
Yeah.
And H.S. Lee, the writer,
I had a goal to relaunch my blog in a big way for September or fall, and also to finish the next big printed project by next summer, so next 2017.
Perfect. So in this episode, we're going to give you some updates in about 10 minutes to let you know what's up with those projects and how we're going to be
10 minutes.
and how we're going to be documenting the process over the next few months.
Right.
So some big news on my end is I did come up with a marketable show, which is a video show.
Yeah.
It's called the CDH Live Show. I'm excited about the first episode being released September 2nd. And for the production company, CDH Live Productions, I am in the process of creating a master marketing kit for the CDH Live Show.
That's right.
And also in the process of working on some marketing kits for H.S. Lee and some other clients. So in terms of the goals, right on point.
You're on schedule. You're on target.
Right on schedule.
Yeah.
There are some details along with that, but I'll let you give a quick update on your goals.
Well, like you just said, I'm on target in the sense that I've started a process of working on the revamped blog.
Yeah.
By going into meetings with you as my new advisor / basically I'm being your client, your guinea pig, so to speak.
Right.
One of your guinea pigs.
Yeah.
So that's on target. But then also above and beyond that is I've joined forces with you to begin working on contributing to your major goal of the live show that's going to be happening, at least the first version of it, next year. The goal is in September 2017. Which is the primary reason, or one of the major reasons why we have to make the announcement today of how we are changing Live and Rock moving forward.
Yes.
Because in order to do great things, we got to do small things well, right?
Yes, indeed.
And every yes that you say requires you to say no to something else.
Correct.
So with the focus on trying to put together this really awesome show that we've already started, and it's going to be exciting next year.
Yes.
With that on our plate, and the focus on us doing our other two individual ongoing projects, meaning my blog and your YouTube show, it's come to the place where we have to make the hard choice of making the podcast Live and Rock a very, very different show, a very shorter show, a very much rawer show, and in the interest of the time that we don't have much of even in this episode,
right.
the official announcement is that this is our last episode of Live and Rock as you know it.
Right. But
yes, inform them with the but. What is it going to be moving forward?
But we are now giving you a new adventure with Live and Rock on the move.
Mm-hmm.
So as I continue to put in some really high production value on the CDH Live show, and H.S. Lee puts in the craftsmanship required to have compelling stories on his blog. We will be connecting as we are on the move working on these projects. And so the episodes will be shorter in length.
Yeah.
And the format will be a little bit more focused on just the updates of, the challenges and obstacles that we are facing and conquering along the way.
Right. Essentially, it's going to be a behind the scenes, just a catch up with what's up with Live and Rock every episode. And it'll be a quick 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes conversation at most, but you're just going to be catching up with your boys here, the creative brothers themselves, Live and Rock, and you're going to find out, every episode, where are we on those individual projects, what's the latest, episode of CDH Live Show contain, what's the latest stuff happening on the blog of HS Lee, and you might get some behind the scenes insight to what's going on with the joint project that we're ongoing, working together for the show, the big live show next year.
It's cool, and I'm excited about it because not only does it give us more time to focus on our main core products or services, projects in this case, but it's also going to give us a lot more to talk about, and we'll still throw in some suit ups for you guys.
But it won't be formal. So I mean, like, It's What's Up with Live and Rock. And if you guys have been listening to our show for any length of time, you know just who we are as a personality. We are creatives who relish and enjoy sharing any kind of insight, any kind of resource, any tools that we come across. So we may not have an official suit up section on the podcast, but naturally every week, if we have something that we want to share, we're going to share it with you guys, right?
Yeah.
And then we're also going to include those inspirational or motivational arts and entertainment things that we see.
That's right.
The get down,
Yeah.
the get up, whatever it is that we're feeling, we're going to share that with you still.
That's
just
right.
on a more raw, natural, just a natural way.
That's good. So we got a few minutes left. It'd be kind of cool to give a teaser or a taste of what to expect from the HS Lee blog coming in the fall.
From the blog?
Yeah.
I don't have anything from the blog right now.
A teaser of what they can expect.
Well, we talked about it already. There's going to be more. There's going to be a lot more focus on actual storytelling.
Right.
Less nerd culture news. It will still be there, but just not as much. Right.
Right.
So I got about 3 different serialized projects that are going to be on there. And what else is on there? I can't remember what else is on there right now, but there were about 3 different serialized projects, including the Operation Dream Girl and this Space Love Superheroes serialized versions.
Yeah.
That I've been talking about for the last couple months. Enough talk. It's about time to show and to prove.
Yeah, indeed. And some unreleased stories as well.
The unreleased stuff is going to be there, but that's under wraps. You're kind of pushing me to like...
Okay. Now you know how it feels when you used to keep pushing me to release info about something that wasn't...
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be good. And CDH Live Show is going to be giving you guys that insight with other creatives that we used to do so often on Live and Rock. It's now going to be in video form on the CDH Live Show.
Yep.
Along with other live experiences, life lessons, and just rich conversations with creatives from all different avenues.
Word.
Yeah, so it seems like we kind of did it here. This is a hybrid episode. This is kind of like on the move itself right now. So we...
Live and Rock raw, if you will.
Yeah, we did it. We finished our full year and change of the original format of Live and Rock.
Yep.
Celebrated the 1-year anniversary. Check out the anniversary video on liveandrock.com and hit us up to let us know what you're thinking for the future.
Where are they going to get us again?
Tweet at Live and Rock.
And...
What, you forgot already?
Liveandrock.com.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
No, you said tweet at Live and Rock. That's Twitter.
Liveandrock.com,
the website.
Ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. So thank you guys for being on board for this part. And we're actually going to be moving a lot faster, and a lot more things will be coming down the pipeline. So we appreciate you guys being a part of the journey. And we look forward to celebrating with you another year.
Word. But as we always say, it doesn't matter. Even though the show is changing, one thing doesn't change no matter what. If you're gonna live,
you might as well rock.
Live and Rock. That's right. The show for creative soul.
Most artists cannot be comfortable stuck in one box.
That's right. And that's what this podcast is about. It's not just filmmaking, but creative pursuits in general. The creative life.